Okay, we are here at Weems Gallery with Paul Murray, who's here to do a demonstration with us. So Paul, tell us what you're going to do today.
It's a pastel of some mountains in southern Colorado. If I can get this to light up again. Hold on just a minute.
Okay.
Sorry about the
It's all right.
time here.
I haven't painted in quite a long time, but use oils or I used to use acrylics. Yeah. Are oils better?
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's gorgeous. Love it.
While you're focusing here, I'll get one of you two.
And there's some mountains in southern Colorado on the way to Creed, Colorado, where I usually go on Memorial Day because I have a friend up there and we sell paintings and it's usually a pretty lucrative little trip.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pan over and show some of your pictures here. So, you want to talk about a few of these pieces? These two?
I like the clothespin. It was just kind of done on a lark.
Uh-huh.
And I've got another painting of a pair of pliers and a strawberry that I'm going to do sort of in the same way.
Okay. Very cool.
I,
What's your favorite subject?
We like the shadow that the clothespin casts because it looks like a butterfly.
It does.
That's why I think he painted it, if I may interject.
I'm really been doing a lot more architectural stuff lately
Awesome.
than landscape for whatever reason. I think the opportunities for introducing odd colors or brighter colors and more saturation and changing things around is easier with architectural
Especially
things than there
this.
are landscapes. Although that landscape right in front of you, the sky and the red flowers is
It's gorgeous.
heavily color substitution. So.
Now, I had someone ask about this week, this one. Where is this at?
That's a little bit of a combination of 2 or 3 paintings way up in northern New Mexico. I think that's
The palm
peak.
tree?
The water scene.
The palm tree.
Oh, that's Hawaii.
It's Hawaii. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think she's going to come back today to see you. And
That was Maui.
Yeah.
was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Now this one's Colorado.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Hawaii one, I splashed out into the surf for about 20 or 30 feet and turned around. And got
Oh,
a bunch of
wow.
reference pictures.
So gorgeous, gorgeous pictures. And then a beautiful cross.
That was just kind of up the.
And the 3 crosses, the pen and ink. There's
Uh-huh.
a hill near our house called Camino or something de la Cruz.
Okay.
Sierra de la Cruces, Crucitas.
Oh,
Sierra de la
okay.
Cruz, yeah. And it's about a 400 or 500 almost vertical hike up to the top, and there's 3 beat up old crosses. If you're ever driving to Santa Fe,
No, I haven't seen
right
that.
where La Cienega is, it's a
Okay.
really ordinary looking hill that goes
Yeah.
straight. But if you look real close, you'll see 3. You can barely make out the tallest cross.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look next time.
So it's on private property, and we trespassed up there to go hike up. We did it real early one morning once, a friend and I.
So what is it that you like most about working pastels?
It's a very immediate, not too forgiving medium, but I like how it's very opaque and it's very bright, and I like the drawing component of it because I've just drawn all my life, and I've always liked to draw. So pastels are an extension of drawing, except for using color.
Yeah. Okay.
And
And
with all the varieties of pastels out there, you can control things really well.
so just briefly, give me a summary of your background.
I was a graphic designer and illustrator until the mid-90s, and then I started switching over to fine art. It was about a 5 to 10 year process of becoming a fine artist. I've made a really good living as a fine artist, and I've won all kinds of really nice awards, specifically the Pastel Journal Best of Show Top 100 and the International Association of Pastel Societies Prix de Pastel, which is the Best of Show. So,
Yeah, nice.
awards have been good to me and sales have been good to me.
All right.
So
Well,
I
we're
wish I'd
gonna.
started sooner.
We're gonna.
He had a few of his paintings that he wanted the lights on. And I said to him, I find that interesting because when we're selling your paintings here, we shut off the gallery lights because people come in thinking that light is created by the lights here in the gallery. So we shut them off so that people can see that the light is there in the painting. And so I found it interesting that Paul didn't realize that maybe, but it was a great selling thing for us here in the gallery.
Which pastel maker is the glue that you're working with? Is that a,
Say again?
which pastel maker is that glue? Is that a liquid or?
I'm guessing this is Great American. Yeah,
Real buttery soft on the
Yeah.
soft scale?
Terry Ludwig, Great American, Schminke, Sinelgay, they all kind of have the same feel. Terry Ludwig,
Yes.
and it's a real soft feel. It puts in a ton of pigment, and in pastel, especially for certain effects, you need to have a fair amount of pigment on your board in order to do things. And one of the difficult things when I'm teaching classes to get across to people is you really kind of have to put down a fair amount of pigment in order to do things. It's sort of like oil painting. If you really want to do some work with it, or blending, or moving paint around and mix it with the brush or your palette knife, you've got to have a reasonable amount of paint there just to actually use some paint. You can't just put a tiny little thin amount of paint and get any kind of interesting effect.
Pastels and selling them to artists. Like a big name for yourself, like you're making pastels. He's very popular. He comes up with a lot of interesting palette sets and darks and the Southwest colors and portraits, colors. We can just Google Terry Ludwig.
He's using foam board, foam core board.
Nice guy too. Some people, family members working together.
I used to, but it's really hard to find. And when I'm painting, I stop a lot to look at things, and usually I'll wash my hands and then put some lotion or something on, and that seems to work better than the very. Let's just see how crew was blending through it.
That's free. The best kind. Yeah. He makes it look easy.
If you die, we can amputate your little finger and sell it as a blending tool. Well, that was morbid.
She got plans for you.
Part you out.
Well, it's good to know that I'll be useful somewhere.
Right? Memorialize it.
Usually his painting clothes are not what you see him wearing now. He's wearing old cutoffs with paint on them, t-shirts with paint on them, and I Google them and I hang them out and I go, someday I might try to sell one of these shirts. His hip coat, kinds of paint on.
Do his painting clothes outnumber his other clothes?
Well, it's running, it's about half and half, yeah.
Because my husband keeps saying you have enough paint shirts. Quit making them.
I read a quote, I forgot who said it, but an artist said it, a famous one too, I just don't remember who said, well, I have two kinds of clothes. Clothes that have paint on them and clothes that are about to get paint on them.
Pretty much.
I can't remember who said it. Yeah, he has a pair of shorts like he was wearing now that had an explosion of green, what, phthalo green paint landed on, and yeah, they're pretty bright. They were too good a shape to throw away, so now one leg is green.
Oh, when you're working in a field like the blue of the mountain, are you thinking more temperature than value as you make shifts?
I'm almost always thinking about value, and value has a lot to do with temperature.
Can you explain that more?
Anything with sun on it is going to be warm, and anything that's in shade obviously is going to be cool because it's illuminated by the sky, which is a really cool temperature, cool temperature as opposed to the sun. So I'm always thinking about how can I like contrast, so I'm always thinking about how can I put a warm, bright thing next to a cool, dark thing. So yeah, but to me, I don't think about that too much. What I think about is getting the value relationships right. I'm automatically thinking warm tones when I'm thinking of highlights and cool tones when I'm thinking of shadows. So the object is becomes getting the cool values right and the warm values right.
Like close to you've got a warm value in the pin itself and the shadows. Is that what you mean?
Just pure white pastel down in here, but these kinds of things you try not to overdo too much because it's at some point you are just putting pigment on top of pigment on top of pigment, so you have to be really careful about it. So mark making here, I'm trying to make just once or twice and not having to mess with it too much.
And so season-wise, this particular image, was that one of the Memorial Day weekend pictures that
Yeah.
you were at by Alamos?
Yeah, we pulled off on the side of the road, there was a train there, and
Yeah.
we were taking all kinds of pictures.
So, yeah, so that's spring snow up there.
Late May, early June.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, if you ever go up to the Great Sand Dunes north of Alamosa, there's and we were there on Memorial Day weekend, the river that runs through it is usually flowing about that time because the snow melt is starting to fall down in the spring and runs through it. So it's really a cool time of year to be there because you can cool your feet off. And it gets, maybe ankle deep or so. It's not very, it's like a low arroyo, but it's a river. They call it an itinerant river because it really only runs during the spring runoff. It's not too wide, maybe as wide as this room with that in some places. It's kind of a cool place to be in late May, early June.
do, a lot of people use alcohol colors to blend their colors, or alcohol to blend their colors, or to make a background out of their colors. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down, if I can find it, a really deep green color.
When you say an alcohol blend, you mean just rubbing alcohol with?
Yeah, a lot of people take alcohol, put down pastel, and then take an alcohol and smooth it all out and use that as kind of an underpaint.
So they literally dip their brush into alcohol and
Yep.
paint it on.
Or put it on a paper towel or rag and smooth everything out.
Okay.
So one of the artists I was interviewing said that he actually uses vodka.
Well, that adds some patina to the paint.
Well, I would think a little for the painting, a little for you, a little for the painting.
Yeah, there's a delicate point which there's too much vodka.
Right. Have you seen people use baby wipes? Baby wipes instead? Yep.
Well, they have alcohol in it, is that why?
I don't know.
I suppose that would work, but there's kind of oils and something like that too, which may or may not work well with the pastels.
It just seemed to take it all off. I had to try it.
What this is a mixture of matte, medium, and pumice, and then it's thinned a whole bunch of water. Right here, huh? Tap water. Yeah. And what this does is it seals this area, and it also adds a ton of texture.
The pumice added.
Yeah. Which is what I want for this one.
It seems to be washing a lot of the green off, but the green toned it anyway. Is that what's happening?
It is pulling some of the green off, but basically it's sealing the green onto the panel.
So it won't interact with another color but stay as the background.
So I can put color right on top of it. I don't have to worry about it mixing in with the other colors.
It's looking beautiful.
Is this something you invented, or is this a common practice?
Oh, I'm sure I'm not the inventor. It's too easy a thing to do for me to come up with it myself. So what we do now is everybody talk for a couple of minutes, and I get my handy hairdryer and dry it.
It looks like green.